Hey, Wizards! It's Kieran Ashhammer. I'm back for the Wizard101 Dual School Walkthrough, my Fire and Storm Wizard. Yeah, so how is everything going? I'm doing great. I'm excellent. Now, last time we went ahead and went through a spell quest, and we picked up a new spell. We picked up, what is that? Oh yeah, Link, which allows us to do a little bit of healing, a little bit of damage to our enemies. Not great. I actually like the upgraded version of this one more. What would be really cool is if you can get spell elements to this one and upgrade it. I think that would be pretty awesome. What are spell elements, I say? Spell elements, well, you know, since the last time I've had a new wizard, one of the coolest things that have popped up are spell elements. Like for instance, you have the spell writing tab now that you can click right up there in your spell deck, and it takes you over here to all your spells, and it shows you all your spell elements. So for instance, like just my fire spell elements right now, I've got like 44 of the fire cats. I don't have any fire elves yet, or the sunbirds. I picked up some immolates, I picked up some phoenixes and some elephants, because you pick these up depending on the bosses you fight. I don't know if you guys know this, but last week or last episode when we fought the boss, the Nirini boss, we got some of these spell elements, and what these do, these allow you to upgrade and modify these spells. So for instance, if I go ahead and click on the fire cat, when I hit 75, I got 2 upgrade paths for my fire cat. I can go ahead and upgrade them 1 level and get more damage. So then I'm going from a minimum of 80 to a minimum of a 90 hit, or I can go over here and take it this way where it detonates something. Now this can be pretty handy right here, because I believe the detonate, what that does is if there's a damage over time spell going on the enemy, you can go ahead and cause that to, instead of having to wait 3 rounds for that damage over time to go, it just like causes it all to hit at one time. So like you could like finish off a monster a little bit earlier with this particular option on your fire cat. But it does add an extra pip when you're casting it, even though it does increase the damage as you go up the thing. So anyways, you can go ahead and modify the spells, and I kind of like that. It's really neat. So what do you need to know about spell elements? Well, right now, like for instance, spell elements for the fire cat, fire elf, sunbird, and I forget which ones are. What you want to do is you want to get all your spell element upgrades before you finish a world, and you get these from bosses and stuff. Like for instance, you might want to farm this world a little bit more before you move past it, because, well, you won't be able to get those spell elements anymore once you get past it. Yeah, so it's a little bit different degree of spell writing difficulty. Another thing that you want to grind before you move up in the game. So that's something we got to consider if we want to upgrade our spells more or less, that we want to do that. Now, one of the things about this series, guys, is a dual school. It is fire and storm, and I know some of you guys out there say there's only one way to go. You want to get the very best gear, period. And yeah, that's great, but I'm going to play a little bit differently. We're going to play as a dual school wizard, and that means we got to craft dual school gear from time to time. And so right now we've got our friend Ardath Bey right here. He's a recipe vendor, and what I just bought from him is I just bought the recipes for the Emberflood cap, which is a storm and fire dual school cap, a Emberflood coat, same type of thing, and the Emberflood shoes. Now, some of you are probably saying, well, you can get better gear in the bazaar for the same level 15. Well, it depends on what you're doing. I mean, if you just want to focus on one school, yeah, you can get a little bit better fire gear. Or if you're a storm wizard, you get a little bit better storm gear. But this way, we get a combination of both. And, you know, there's going to be some decisions that you're going to make, you know, going this way. But I want to be true to the idea of this particular series in which we're building a dual school wizard. And so we're trying to level up both our fire and our storm stuff as we go through. And at some points, depending on what the gear is available and what we have and what we can get out there, we're going to make some choices. We're definitely going to stay away from crown gear. We want to focus on what we can earn here in the game and everything. And that's just the way it's going to be, or at least to me. Now, right now, my next crafting quest is going to be in Regent Square. So right now, we are fully We've done all our crafting quests. I did those between episodes, and so we are an apprentice crafter now. Check it out. Yeah, I've got my badge right up there underneath my name, and we can go ahead and craft those level 15 gear. Now, of course, the level 15 gear doesn't help me until I'm level 15, so I've still got about 3 levels, and it just kind of depends on the quests that we're about to start hammering out, whether we'll get there or not. I did get an extra training point, and if you notice, I did finally get Storm Shark added in as well. So pretty cool. Everything's going to plan. Yes. So we need to go ahead and talk to our buddy Danforth, because we need to track down the Order of the Fang. And that's what we're trying to do right now, is we're trying to discover the secret of the Order of the Fang here. So let's go ahead and get this going. Since we don't have any, I don't think we have any other main quests we need to worry about, or any specific school quests, because we went ahead and took care of those when we talked to, is he closer to Faller Hall? No, he's not closer to Faller Hall. Maybe Danforth's closer to the excavation site. He is. Woohoo! That worked out quite well. Okay. Use those portals every time we get a chance, because it just saves us a little bit of grind. Woo! Very good. So, guys, I would love to hear more from you guys. So if something's been going on with you, let me know in the comments. How has your week been? Let's talk to Assistant Danforth.
You're to help me find a way inside the palace? Excellent! As far as I can tell, the palace requires a keystone to unlock the door. My partner Robert Lancaster has been searching for the keystone. See if you can find him, while I see if I can't whip up some other way in.
Excellent. Okay, well, let's see if we can go find his buddy. I'll bet you he's up here. And, oh, you know what we forgot to do that we need to go ahead and do? We need to talk to Zeke. Yeah. Because we want to get that Zeke quest, because we're going to need that extra training point that we're going to get here. Remember, guys, especially if you're doing a dual school wizard game, those extra training points so you can add the storm spells is pretty important. So we got to do that.
My, there are crocs everywhere. I tried to venture out to find the keystone and ended up running for my life. Tell Malcolm Danforth I don't have the keystone, but I did discover that a piece of it is buried in the dig site at the Royal Hall. Say, could you do us a favor, being a wizard and all? Since we Marleybonians don't use magic, we don't have much effect against... We've heard that once you defeat a flame servant,
side quest,
you are left with a small eternal flame.
He tried to distract me. Let's go back down to Danforth.
Some of those eternal flames would come in handy.
Absolutely. So, like I said, we're not worried about side quests. We're not going to be digging into side quests right now. I think that's one of the reasons why we're only level 12. Normally, I would probably be like level 15 or 16 by right now if I was doing all the side quests. But that's okay. This is a different experience for me, so I'm pretty excited to run it this way.
Thanks for that. Good show, that Robert. He couldn't find the keystone, but he did give us a way to find it. It's time to roll up your sleeves and dig into the dirt like a true archaeologist. We need to find that keystone. Please go to the dig site in the Royal Hall and search for the missing piece. It's probably just below the surface of the sand, so you may have to dig around some.
Let's go find that dig stone. But we have to go to the Royal Hall. There's always like some sort of running around. That's the toughest part about Krokotopia before they put these teleport hubs in, is that these teleport hubs would, well, without the teleport hubs, you are doing a lot of running around here in Krokotopia. I mean, you know, most of the time in Krokotopia is like, zip in here, wait, zip in there, wait, It's a lot of travel time between places. Very nice, okay. So we're going to the dig site. There we go. This is so nice. Okay. Let's find what we're looking for. I see it. I see it right there. Let's do it. Now, back to Assistant Danforth. Of course, you know, our teleport could actually help us quite a bit with this, too. So we might want to go ahead and start marking our return places, because it will make it a little bit easier to go. Very, very, very good. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Now, let's see here. It's been a few days since the last time we talked, so I just want to do a couple of oh, you know, I went to the wrong one. My bad. Be a lot easier if I go to the excavation site. Boy, I really like the teleport things, you know? Every area has different little teleport things, and I really like the way they did the croc ones. I think the croc ones were the very last ones they added to the game. Yeah, the croc teleport stones were the very last ones.
Wonderful! You have found the keystone! You are a true archaeologist, my friend. I haven't been twiddling my thumbs either. I learned they divided the keystone into 2 pieces in order to ensure the safety of the palace. Who knew? There's only one thing to do, and I'm afraid it's up to you. According to these inscriptions, the Nirini quartermaster has the final piece of the keystone. You will have to defeat him in combat and get it for us. Can you do that?
Well, I certainly can. Looks like this one, though, we're going to have to walk to. Fantastic. Absolutely beautiful, guys. Well, very good. Well, thanks again for hopping in. You know, by the way, guys, you know, if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for hanging out. You know, let me take a moment here because I do want to do a shout out to my new subscribers since the last time. I believe Michael Blandford and Michael Scopo are the last 2 new subscribers that popped up in my feed. Just to give you a heads up reminder, guys, is it doesn't tell me every new subscriber as they come in. You have to have your settings open to public for it to show up. But if you want to give me a shout out, just go. If you want me to give you a shout out for subscribing, just go ahead and hop down into comments and say, hey, new subscriber here, and I'll make sure I give you a shout out in the videos. But thank you, guys. And if you guys are not a subscriber and you want to join and support the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before we're done today. And if you're liking the video, boy, that is like the ultimate happy over there. So hit that like button and help us out. It really helps us out with the YouTube thing. So appreciate it, especially if you like the content. Okay, here we go. Let's take down this Nirini quartermaster. He should be right over here in this area. And let's get him knocked down. Very, very good. Okay. Wow, the time sure flies by when you're having some fun here. Okay. Now, is he going to be fire again? A lot of the bosses down here are fire.
Take you down. I guess if you want something done right.
Now, I will say the initial comebacks and Krokotopia bosses are like some of the very, very best that are out there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make sure we have a prism in here so we can go ahead and, you know, take him down if we want to use our bird. Let's go ahead and knock these 2 guys out. Nirini quartermaster. I don't think he'll be that tough. Yeah, this is like the toughest part for fire right now because these guys do have some resist going on for them, you know, which is definitely a thing. Wow, that flame servant, he has some health. Okay, we're going to have to be strategic about this. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh, maybe that was not what I exactly wanted to do. Ooh, perfect. Okay. We need to get rid of this guy at least. Let's go ahead and do that. Because these guys are going to start hitting us with some bigger hits. And what makes these fights dangerous is when they start hitting you over and over again. Kind of like this right here. But look, luckily enough, he's, you know, using a shorter spell. Perfect. Now, usually my strategy with when I'm dealing with a boss and a servant is you got to get rid of one of them. You got to get rid of one of them ASAP, because taking 2 hits every round will sure enough kill you faster than you can blink. And have plenty of these 0 pip things in your deck to help you to help tide you over while you're collecting the pips to do your big hits. Very good. See, now we're getting ready for a nice big slug. Okay, so I say let's go Sunburn on him. It's going to do some damage. Might not kill him, but we're going to give it a shot. Hopefully, he doesn't hit us with the 3 pepper. Ooh. This will hurt. Okay, no death yet, though. Now, I don't think it'll kill him, but I think it'll be a pretty sizable hit. Go, Sunbird. Ooh, that was close. Did you see that? That's why you do it. I say, let's wand him and be finished with him. As long as he doesn't hit me, I think we got him. Nice thing about using those prisms is you get that boost from it turning into an ice spell over that guy. And look at, guys, we got some Sunbird spell elements, which is perfect. That is awesome. So that's what I mean by grabbing some spell elements and going through these bosses again. And from what I understood when they first rolled out how these spell elements pop up is once you start another world, you won't be able to get the spell elements anymore. So if you're wanting to upgrade those spells, which I got to remember about that because I was really excited to get over here that I didn't like go back and gather more spell elements for my level 1 and my 1 pip and 2 pip spells. So I may not be able to upgrade those guys anymore. I don't know. I gotta look that up. If you know that, let me know in the comments if I can still go back to Wizard City and upgrade and get more spell elements for my level 1 and my 1 pip and 2 pip spells. Because I'd still like to go ahead and upgrade those. I just gotta find the time to grind. Right now, it looks like I'm going to be collecting spell elements a lot for at least 3 pip spells and up, which is good because I definitely want to upgrade Sunbird. Sunbird is a big hitter, and if we can increase the damage per pip, that's fantastic.
At last, the other piece. You're quite a tough worker. You sure you're not from Marleybone? Here, let me put the pieces together for you. There. Now that we have the keystone, we must inform Professor Winthrop. Head back to the entryway and tell him we can unlock the palace now. It's been a pleasure working with you, even with all these crocs menacing us.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, like I said, we are skipping the side quests. What I need to do is now, I'm obviously going to go search for it, but if you know of a site that walks through the side quests in Wizard City and Croc, or really any of the worlds, and lets you know what the benefits are to running that particular side quest, let me know, because I think that would be a great tool, because knowing which side quests will give you training points and extra spells, because those are the ones I am interested in doing. You know, I want to anything that gives me extra training points. I know for instance, when we get to Celestia, there's a lot of training point quests there, but extra spells are dotted throughout the world. You just got to know which side quests to do.
You and Malcolm found the keystone. Splendid. We have the key to the palace now. Go inside and help Lieutenant Standish clear the way into the throne room.
Let's do that. Go help Lieutenant Standish. Oh, it looks what? We just went up level.
It's time everyone knows the key to defeating the forces of evil. Come see me in Old Town to learn more.
Okay, so what that guy is telling us about, it's a way that you can earn gear and extra points for helping other wizards through particular fights. It's basically a kind of a help out menu. It's pretty cool. You can go there and you can pick which dungeons you want to help other wizards out and get cool gear for it.
Spiffing, good to see you. With your help, we'll have these crocs cleared out in no time at all, and you can claim your book. You there. You look like a stout young wizard. I require your assistance. The archaeologists found magical artifacts that may seal the crocs in the Palace of Fire. It's risky, but it just might work. Please find my men and give them these artifacts. Report back to me with news.
Okay, so we'll just go ahead and do the tour. I don't think the teleporter is going to help us get this done any quicker. Fantastic. So we have to go find the rest of his men. They're all stationed throughout this particular section. And boom, 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 boom. You know, now Crocotopia is kind of a cool world because it's basically you're just going from ruin to ruin to ruin. So it's pretty neat. I cannot wait to see what they do to this world when they update some of the art in here and everything. You know, and you can get a taste of what that could look like.
At last, once we use these artifacts, we can stop the army. See there.
And what do I mean by that? Well, first off, you know, if you check out the Zigzag dungeon, which I believe you don't get that till like level 60, but the Zigzag is when you return back to Crocotopia to help them deal with some Crocotopian gods that you gotta take down, right? You know, so very cool.
Thanks for this. I just hope I can say.
Sorry about that. You know, so yeah, it's Dr. Private Archibald. Is that the one we're on? Yes, Private Archibald. This might make it a little bit quicker because 470 odd. Oh yeah, that does get us Archibald a lot quicker. There he is. Oh, Primnel works.
Thanks.
Looks like the Crocs are trying to break out of here. We'll hold the line with these artifacts.
Yep.
I heard from Amanda that the Nirini gained some of
Okay,
their
so
power from flame
couple
gems they keep in
jobs,
the
guys.
palace.
If one of you happens
You
to
can
know
go
of a
around
site
and
that
collect
walks
them,
through side
sure
quests
their
of all the
magical
worlds,
powers would be
not just main
reduced.
quests, because I already got a great one with that. In fact, we haven't been really talking about main quests. Yeah, I forgot about that. Usually I try to keep up with the main quest and let you guys know exactly where we're at. Well, here, let's talk to Private Archibald.
These artifacts had better work. These Crocs are amassing an army. The Nirini nobles just keep coming.
They do, don't they? The Nirini mobiles just keep coming. Okay. And we'll just skip that side quest. Very good. Back to Lieutenant Standish. Very, 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 very nice. Now wait a second. Sorry, guys. I was looking at the quest lines. I know. Do they not have a Krokotopia main quest line? They do. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm checking out the quest line. Quest guides. And... it's like a blog set. Let's see. There we go. Found it. Okay. So exactly where are we at? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're doing Gather the Troops, I believe. Quest 12. So, Krokotopia, just so you guys know, I'm usually pretty good about this. I can't believe I totally forgot to do this. So, total of 65 main quests. We're in Quest 12. So, let's just keep the fire going. Yeah, very, very nice. We got to start collecting these reagents because since I'm doing a ton of crafting, these will become pretty important as we have to craft stuff. So, let's go ahead and make sure we don't forget those. Okay, Lieutenant Standish.
Welcome back, young wizard. With the artifacts in place, the Crocs won't be getting out of this pyramid if we can help it. We may have slowed the Crocs down, but I can't just leave my soldiers out there. They'll be overwhelmed. My higher-ups won't like this, but please, defeat some Nirini warriors and Nirini flame guardians. Give my soldiers a fighting chance.
Okay. Let's go do that. Let's go give his soldiers a fighting chance. Very, very good. Now, I believe the 4-pip spell that I'm waiting for is going to be our AoE spell. That's going to make life a lot easier when we get that guy. Now, wow, it looks like we've got all sorts of fights going on here. We'll just jump right into one. Guess we could have. Yeah, see, like that fire guy, he's using the meteor shower, which I cannot wait to get meteor shower. But I'm not sure. I don't remember when I actually get meteor shower, so. Yeah, we'll just have to wait on that. That's coming up. That's my 4-pip spell, which I think I'd have to look at. It might be, I don't know if it's a level 15 spell or a level 20 spell. We'll have to see. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. We got these fire guys we got to take down. Don't know why I did that in particular, but what the heck, right? What the heck? Okay. Here, let's go ahead and see if we can't finish one of those guys off. Let's zappity zap him. Well, maybe not. Okay, this is starting to get a little dire here, so let's try it again. Yeah, I'm kind of really fighting this one pretty badly today. It's almost harder than the boss fight I was doing. I'm going to have to heal this next round. any luck, that'll finish him off, even with the resist, before he can attack me again. Okay, good news, good news. What's tough is when they're getting such good draws that they don't fizzle and you're fizzling all the time. Ooh, that can make these fights tough. Okay, now we got a game here. Very good, very good. Okay. You know, I kind of, the more I'm playing this way, see, usually the way I like to play my wizards, and it's just kind of like a habit I've gone into over the years, is I love over-leveling them and getting them OP for where they're at. So I usually try to complete all the side quests on level as I find them, and all the way up through, say, like Lemuria, okay, that's a great strategy. What it does is it gets you over-leveled for your fights and everything, and what the heck? Did that not do that much? Okay, well, I'm sorry. I was expecting that to do a much better attack than that. Okay. Anyways, so going back to that, usually I'm over-leveled. So for instance, like if I'm doing a fight like this, I might already be, I mean, I've got bigger attacks, I can hit them a lot harder, and it's usually like whiz bam boom, I'm done, So that's generally the situation I'm in when I'm going through these fights at this level. But since I am not over-leveled right now, the fights tend to be a little more challenging, which I'm finding is making it a little bit more interesting as a PvE player, And so it's a little bit different than what I'm used to doing. Also, since I'm putting a few limitations and we're focusing on dual school gear, and we're not just getting the best gear we can get at either the bazaar or, like when we hit level 30, start going for the school-specific, grind gear, I'm thinking this is going to actually, I mean, I can already tell, it's definitely making fighting some of these guys a little bit more challenging and a little bit more interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know not everybody's into that, and that's okay. Absolutely. Totally, perfectly fine by me. But I'm really having a good time doing this. Now, I'm trying to decide whether I need to go ahead and, I'm thinking I need to go ahead and do some Monstrology. Monstrology is a really great tool, not just for Myth Wizards, but with Wizards. Myth Wizards get like the biggest benefit out of it. But it's pretty good for regular Wizards as well. I mean, well, for other schools as well. And here's my reasoning behind it, guys. Monstrology allows you to collect Animus, where you can collect and make treasure cards off of different, what do you call them things? Okay, off of different mobs in the game. And like for instance, we probably won't get our minion helper mob. I don't think you get until Mushu, honestly, And because each school does get a minion helper, where he's able to summon a minion that can either heal him or do attacks and stuff. And that's pretty good, but it tends to be like a 3-pip spell, and it tends to, well, you don't get it for quite a while. Whereas if you start doing Monstrology, there's a couple benefits to it. Yeah, you got to go grind out some Animus, okay? And that's like the biggest annoying part about that is you do got to go ahead and grind out some Animus, okay? Yeah, you have to go ahead and grind out some Animus, but you can go ahead and create those summon cards. And like for instance, like the first level, or should I say the first card you get from Monstrology is the Undead. Well, if you go back to the Dark Cave, I believe, or over in Wizard City, and you go ahead and do some farming in there of the Field Guards, that is like one of the best summon bosses. Summon bosses, sorry. It's one of the best summon mob. It's one of the best mobs you can set up as a minion. Oh, wow, that guy went hardcore. Okay. So it's either heal or kill. Okay, if I... Do we take the risk that we'll fizz? No. We're not going to take the risk that we fizz. Okay. But anyways, getting back to that. If you collect enough animuses of those field guards, then you can make summon cards. And having that in your treasure card deck is a huge benefit. Like, for instance, if I could have summoned a field guard for this, then while I'm like loading up and waiting for pips, he's going to be doing little hits here and there that are going to help knock this guy down. And since it's a storm, undead, you know, that would actually be pretty helpful there. And the nice thing about that is it's only a 2-pip summons. You're thinking, really? Yeah, it's only a 2-pip summons. Now for myth, that's huge because they're myth spells, so that means if they have a power pip, they can summon like minions over and over again. But even for a regular wizard like us, that means as long as you just have 2 pips, you can summon. So you don't have to wait for like a power pip and a regular pip. You can actually start summoning right away. Well, with just 2 regular pips, and that is a huge benefit. I mean, just an absolutely huge benefit to being able to get some extra firepower here with you. And also, another nice thing that I've always liked about that is, is that now that minion becomes a distractor, so they have to start throwing their hits at that minion, you know, as opposed to just them piling on you. See, that's another advantage of having a minion sitting there with you, is not only if he survives long enough, he's going to do some damage and help whittle down your opponent some. Wow, my pips are terrible. But it's also going to help you, it's also going to help you by distracting their attacks for a little bit at least, so you're not taking like 2 hits every round. There we go, got rid of that guy. That was the goal with our Sunbird, but he fizzled. This is going to hurt. So let's see if we can't get these guys. I was really hoping for the Sunbird to return. Sorry, just had to take a sip of coffee there to kind of get myself going. So anyways, just some different ideas. So between this episode and next, if I get a chance, I think I'm going to go ahead and do some animus farming and see if I can't get some treasure cards, because I think those might be extremely helpful, especially in some of the mob fights that might be coming up. Like if you saw, it wasn't a terrible struggle when we were dealing with what's his name, but it could have gone just a wee bit better, yeah, in that last fight. And having a minion by your side to help distract and attack, that can make a big difference. So that's another strategy I think we might employ. Doesn't require crowns, doesn't require a bunch of side quests, just requires some grinding so you can go ahead and get those animus to make those cards. Okay. I think we'll finish him off now. It's like the Sunbird doesn't want to come out and play anymore. Okay. Let's see if that does it. Oh, wow. This episode has been going. So I hope everybody's been having a good time, guys. I've been having a great time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Just want to say, don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. And we're going to go ahead and leave the rest of the grind here till next. So, guys, this is Kieran Ashhammer for the Wizard101 walkthrough, Dual School Fire and Myth. And by next time I see you, we might have a few other things to help us out here. So, catch you guys later. Bye-bye.